What is up, guys? Saffira, and today we are going to be doing another agent deck profile. I mentioned that I had two builds floating around, and I thought I would show you the second one today. So last one was more of a conventional agent build. This one is going to be based on Herald of Perfection. I've been testing like a ton of different decks with pre-preparation of rites. I think it's like one of the coolest cards out of Shining Victories, and I'm pretty sure you're going to see like a lot of different ritual decks over the next coming weeks on my channel. But this is, I guess, the first one that I wanted to show you just to sort of contrast it with the previous agent build, so let's just get right into it. It's actually quite a few cards different, despite both being agent decks. But anyway, we have 3 Herald of Perfection. I guess I can zoom in there. So 3 Herald of Perfection, as well as 1 Saffira. So Herald's really good right now. A lot of decks just can't deal with it if you make it with enough cards in hand. And Saffira is like the perfect complement to it, specifically because if you get both of these on the field, you're triggering the Saffira during every single end phase that you activate the Herald, which is just like way too much card advantage. Any deck that I'm playing Herald in, I almost always want to be playing Saffira just because they work so well together. And pre-preparation of rites, you really just want to play 3 of one ritual and then 1 of another. And the difference maker, because it really doesn't matter conceptually which one you play 3 of, because you're only ever summoning 1 of each of them. But the difference maker was that you can discard the extra heralds for the herald effect, which makes it important, or which makes it just worthwhile having extra heralds instead of extra Saphiras. So that's why we're playing 3 heralds and 1 Saffira. We're also playing 3 copies of Manju. We don't need to play Senju anymore, but Manju's good because if you draw the Saffira or the Saffira ritual spell, then you can't pre-preparation for it. So it's cool because if you open Manju, any of the ritual spells or monsters, and a pre-prep, you're then making both ritual monsters in 1 turn, which is just a really strong opening. So that's why we're playing Manju. We're also playing 3 copies of Earth for the agent part. Earth is still like the best agent by far because it gives you a +1, which is good in this deck because you can discard the stuff for Herald. Only 2 Venus. No, the supers have not come in the mail yet. It's pretty disappointing. But anyway, Venus is not very good. You don't really want to draw it. I would honestly play 1 if I never drew it. But by playing 2, it makes it so that if you draw 1 of them, you still have something to search off of Earth to get the free +1. But it's just really not what you want to spend your normal summon on in this deck unless you have Brilliant Fusion. And then we're also playing 3 Shine Ball still. I was considering playing this guy, this level 6 normal monster, because you can like Brilliant Fusion it and add it back with Lazuli. But I don't really want to play 4 normals, and I think that the 3 Shine Balls are just more important than the level 6 fairy guy, just because you can do like a bunch of combos with it. So that's the agents. We're also playing 1 Hyperion and 1 Chrysia. I don't think Hyperion's very good right now. It's only really good against Monarchs, and this deck doesn't really have a problem with Monarchs, so it's really not necessary to play more than 1 copy of. You can honestly probably cut it all together. I know I was testing 0 of them for a while, and I didn't really miss it. It's just not as good as it once was. The format's just not slow enough for it to be good. It's good when you can like keep it on the board for a bunch of turns, but that's just not going to happen in this deck. Then you really just don't want to draw Chrysia because like a lot of the, like when you're playing like so many ritual cards, your deck can brick a lot easier. And both these cards are just like bricks first turn. So you really only want to play the Chrysia to send with the Brilliant Fusion to do that like insane combo that I mentioned a couple of videos ago. We're still playing 3 Terror Top, 1 Takedown Board, and 1 Triad Dice. I mentioned it in the last video, but I'll mention it again. Generally speaking, I almost want to just play these 4 because I don't believe that playing 3 good cards and 2 bad cards is optimal. But I guess we're going to break that with Brilliant Fusion too. But most of the time you just want to search this to search a tuner. But if you already have a tuner in hand like Earth, then you want to search the Takedown Borg. So I guess you just have to play the 5. I think it's just, agents are just like one of the decks that you can like get away with this kind of, because you do need both searches. Also breaking my conventional 3 good cards, 1 bad card sort of mantra. We're playing 2 Lazuli. I don't really believe in playing 2 Gem Knights with 3 Brilliant Fusion, because it just leads to more inconsistent hands. But Lazuli is cool because you can send it with Brilliant Fusion to add back a Shine Ball, which is just more Herald of Perfection fodder. So that's why we're playing 2 of those. And then still 2 Maxi. This card's really insane in this deck. When you Maxi with Herald of Perfection up, like every card you're drawing is basically like a Solemn Judgment, so that's really cool. We're also playing 3 copies of Brilliant Fusion, probably tied for the best card in the deck. This particular build. 3 Twin Twisters because we still can't play through back row. 3 pre-prep because it's like tied. This is tied for the best card in the deck. It's just so powerful. It's +1. It just makes ritual decks really good. Well, it makes like old ritual decks really good. It doesn't really help like Gish Keys or Nekraz where like one ritual spell is being used for like a bunch of different monsters, but it's really cool. I like it. For the ritual spells, 3 Dawn of Herald and 1 Hymn of Light. Same ratio that we were playing the ritual monsters. It's probably the best. I think it's better than playing 2 and 2 because when you play like 3 and 1, then you can just like not draw the random guy and then just search with pre-prep. But if you're playing like 2 and 2, it just leads to a lot of mismatched hands. And then 1 copy of Geki, just as like a Saki one of. We're not playing regular Preparation of Rites because both of these ritual spells like banish themselves. So the Preparation of Rites would never like get a +1. It'd always just be a 1-for-1, which just like isn't good enough in this deck. Yeah, that's it for the main deck. The extra deck is pretty similar to the last build. I think it's like 2 cards different. We have 1 Armades, 1 High-Speed Droid Chainbara, 1 Stardust Charge Warrior for like the lower level synchros, Clearing Synchro Dragon, Michael, Scrap Dragon, Cyframe Lord Omega, just like standard stuff. The 1 Trish for the combo, and it's just a good card in general. 1 Herald of Pure Light, which is pretty cool. Especially in this deck because you can like protect it and then like get another use out of its effect. Still 2 Daigusto Phoenix for OTKs. I'm actually playing Totem Bird instead of Dante in this version. If you can open like Totem Bird, Saffira, and Herald, like that's just really threatening. And Totem Bird like saves you from like losing a Stormforth or like having to waste Herald Negation. And then 1 Artifact Durandal, really good card. And then we're just playing 2 Seraph Knight instead of 1 because like we are playing 2 Lazuli. And hopefully you just like resolve 2 Brilliant Fusion in 1 game because then you just win. So anyway, that was the Herald of Perfection version of Agents. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, hopefully you're ready for a bunch of ritual decks because I love Pre-Preparation Rites. Such a cool card. But I'll check you guys later. Bye.